Marcus Saxton is from the British Vape Trade Association, joins us this morning. Are you worried actually these illegal vapes, first of all, are giving your association a bad name?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Anna. Good to join you this morning. So this has been a problem for many, many years. So to your commentary and the contributor you've just had on, this is not a new phenomenon. And in many ways, we're very pleased the BBC has done this freedom of information request to bring it to the public attention even more. So for sure, unfortunately, there are unscrupulous sellers that will purchase these products, likely linked to more organised crime, potentially not pay VAT on these products. And ultimately, as your other contributor says, the simple red flag here is these have not gone through the notification process that professional manufacturers and businesses will do to ensure these products meet the UK safety standard.
And there's a reason for that safety standard. It's not just to take the fun out of it, right? People have measured how much nicotine you should safely have. They're thinking about your health. And of course, the right health warnings need to be on the packets too, don't they?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So it is certainly in the interest of a consumer. The challenge that they have, as again your contributor said, is for a normal consumer going into a shop, it's not going to appear that the shop necessarily, albeit there are stories which would go against this, are necessarily selling, or the optics would look like this is an unscrupulous seller. They could be selling many other household goods. But actually, it's for the consumer to look out for, are they doing take-back schemes? Are they recycling the vapes? Ask a few questions and ultimately buy from a reputable retailer, that whether that be a national chain or an independent that is giving you good advice, expertise, should give you that reassurance.
And worth just reiterating that they shouldn't be sold to children, are they? They're for adults to help give up smoking.
You're absolutely right. And it's been a transformative benefit vaping has over the last sort of 15 years for smokers, but they are designed for smokers. It is illegal today to sell to minors. And unfortunately, given the last 2 to 3 years, single-use vapes have made it far easier to sell these products. So effectively, they are ubiquitous across the high street. And as your contributor said, many of these people and retailers are not used to age verification protocols associated with many other products, which should be included alongside that with vapes.
Yeah, and it's interesting, isn't it, Marcus, because there's going to be a ban on single-use or disposable vapes coming in from the 1st of June. Now, do you think that will help matters or make them worse? We've been having a little bit of a debate. Guy from Canterbury got in touch earlier and said he thinks that there's actually going to be more black market vapes or illegal vapes coming in because of this ban. What do you think?
Yeah, it's certainly, I mean, it's being brought in under environmental grounds, which is about there are too many of these products coming into landfill. But unfortunately, the associated consequence, as you say, is that these products may therefore thrive even more because only those unscrupulous sellers will still make them available. And therefore, it's really important, particularly if it's a disposable product from the 1st of June, i.e. you can't refill it or reuse it, that consumers, that should flag to them more overtly, this is not a regulated product.
There was a survey recently, though, I think, which should give you heart, which is that actually there's been a decline in people buying disposable vapes ahead of that ban. So I think a lot of people are getting on board. And you could say, couldn't you, if you want to vape and if you're using it for the right reasons, you will actually invest and not just buy a one-off vaping product.
You're absolutely right. For years, actually, ironically, single use have been the most expensive way to vape. The reason that they've played such a role is because they are so simple to use for a consumer compared to arguably many years ago, these products were quite complicated. That's not the case anymore. And therefore, as you say, consumers, it's in their interest to refill a product. They're very simple to use and much better for the environment. So that trend is already taking place and will certainly accelerate post the ban.
Yeah, perhaps we can talk to you after that ban, actually, and see how things are going. If you'd be good enough to join us again, that would be good.
Of course, more than happy to join you anytime.